Okay, so today we're going deep into Nigerian politics.
Sounds intense.
It is. And we're looking at a situation that's gotten really heated recently with Senator Enyinnaya Abaribe. You know?
Yeah.
He basically shut down the National Assembly, demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He's the leader of IPOB.
Right, the indigenous people of Biafra.
Exactly. And what makes this even crazier is that Abaribe actually vouched for Kanu's bail before.
Oh, wow. So he's personally tied into this.
Big time, legally and politically. So there's a lot at stake here. And you might be thinking, okay, who are these people?
Right.
What's IPOB all about? And why is this causing such a huge uproar? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
What's so fascinating about this is this isn't just your typical political squabble, you know?
Right.
This goes way deeper. It's tangled up with Nigeria's history, the hopes of the Igbo people. It's complex.
Yeah, so Kanu and IPOB, they're pushing for an independent Igbo nation in southeastern Nigeria, basically bringing back the idea of Biafra.
Exactly. And for many Igbos, this is a really powerful idea, especially considering the brutal civil war they went through when they first tried to secede back in the late 1960s.
Yeah, that's a heavy legacy.
Yeah.
So with all that history in mind, what exactly led to Kanu being detained again? And what did Abaribe mean when he said this arrest was against the rule of law? Those are some pretty strong words.
So Kanu's arrest is based on charges of inciting violence and terrorism. The government claims he was making broadcasts urging his supporters to attack security forces, government buildings, you name it.
That's serious.
Yeah, and the Nigerian government sees that as a direct threat to their power to national security.
Yeah.
Basically, they're saying this falls under the country's anti-terrorism laws.
Okay, so they have their justification, but then you have Abaribe claiming it's all politically driven and there's no real legal ground for this detention.
Exactly. It's this age-old battle, a government trying to keep control and a movement pushing for self-determination. And Abaribe, he's been a strong voice for Kanu in this movement from the start.
He's a senator representing the Igbo people, right?
Yeah, that's right. And he even went as far as becoming a surety for Kanu's bail, which is a pretty big deal.
What does that even mean to be a surety? Like, what did he actually put on the line?
It's a huge risk, basically. Abaribe made himself responsible for Kanu following all the bail conditions.
So if Kanu messed up...
Exactly. Abaribe could face legal action, maybe even jail time. It was a bold move. A statement, showing how committed he is to Kanu and to the Igbo people's cause.
It definitely shows. And now he's really escalated things with this dramatic move at the National Assembly.
Yeah.
He's showing up with a placard, blocking the entrance, declaring that Nigeria is going to be paralyzed until Kanu is released. It's not just symbolic anymore, that's disruptive.
It's a high-stakes gamble, for sure. He's forcing the government's hand, shutting down the whole legislative process. He's putting Kanu's detention in the spotlight and calling it out as unjust, demanding immediate action from President Tinubu.
It's a powerful move, but I imagine it could also backfire.
Oh, absolutely. This could easily make things worse. The government might see this as a direct challenge and crack down even harder on IPOB, maybe even come after Abaribe himself legally.
That's a scary thought. And I guess it also risks widening the gap between the government and the Igbo people instead of bringing them closer to some kind of resolution.
Right, and who knows, this might even encourage other separatist groups in Nigeria. It's like adding fuel to an already volatile situation.
So we've got this incredibly tense situation. A senator making a risky stand against the government, a detained leader with loyal followers, and this deep, complicated history fueling the whole thing. What happens next is anyone's guess.
It's a cliffhanger for sure.
This is a story everyone should be watching because the stakes are high and the consequences for Nigeria's future are major.
Absolutely, and it really makes you think, how far would you go to fight for something you believe in, even if it meant breaking the law?
That's a tough question to answer.
It is.
Thanks for breaking this all down for us. It's a lot to process.
You got it anytime?
For everyone listening, stay tuned to this story because it's far from over.
Definitely keep your eyes on Nigeria.
And keep those questions in mind. How far would you go for what you believe in?
It's worth thinking about.
Until next time.
See you later.
Thanks for watching this episode of Trendsetters and Politicos. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed our trending and political analysis, be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more insightful conversations and expert opinions. Follow us on social media to stay updated on the latest trends and political news. Your likes, shares, and reviews are greatly appreciated as they help us grow and bring you more quality content. Don't miss out on our next episode, where we'll dive into hot topic. Until then, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep it locked to trendsetters and politicos.